Page 27, Minuet. On page 26, they're introducing you to the key of F major. Let's talk about that just a bit. F major has one flat, a B flat. Therefore, all the B's in the pieces in F major will be flat, unless they have a natural sign, blah, 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 you know how it goes. So, over on page 26, number one, they're showing you the F position, which is a simple 5-finger position with F on the bottom. But you have a B flat, so you got to go here. That's the position. It's an F position. If you haven't yet, please do my scale video on F major. Do 1 octave. They're showing 2 octaves, and if you've done the F major scale before and you know it already, go ahead and do the 2 octaves. If you're brand new to the F major scale, just do it 1 octave, just to learn the notes and the fingering to it. You know, you need to learn to crawl before you walk and walk before you run and all that stuff. So let's take this in stages here. Don't make it overly hard for yourself. So, well, forget that. I'm going straight to the advanced thing and do it. Well, good luck if you do. Then on number 2 there on page 26, this is the primary chords. And yes, you need to know these in both hands. The 1 chord, 4 chord, 5/7 chord. You'll get them a lot, so if you can just learn them, it makes reading the music so much easier. Then on number 3, they show you the F major scale. But again, I recommend you use my video for it, but you can read the music if you want to. I prefer not to be reading music when I do scales. I want to focus on the keyboard and the fingering and what's going on there. Then at the bottom on number 4, this is the triads. They're showing the 1 chord and its inversions. So we've done these before. Put the F on top, just one hand. F on top, and then the A on top. This is inversions. Okay, this is old news for us. It's just for F major, you need to be aware of them because you're going to get them in music. Then they also show the dominant 7th and its inversions. Remember in F, if I go up to 5, count up 5 to find the 5th chord 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I build a chord on that. That's the dominant or the 5 chord. The dominant chord in F major. Yeah, with a 5 chord in F major. It's a C chord. If I had a 7th on that, remember it's a B flat, we're in F major. That is the 5/7 chord in F major, or the dominant 7th chord in F major. And then they're showing you the notes to it. It's ugly looking, but it's the inversion. So you have here, put the C on top, put the E on top, put the G on top, put the B flat on top, and we're back to root position. And that's what that is. It just helps over time because you'll see these chords and all that ugliness, you'll recognize what it is and just play it. It does help. If you want to improvise, you gotta know this. You gotta know these chords because you're going to use them. And that's page 26. Now, Minuet on page 27. Obviously, it's going to be an F major. It's got 1 flat. 3/4 time. Minuets were in 3/4 time. Minuets are like a predecessor to the waltz. They're like the hoity-toity aristocracy waltz type stuff that they did. The melody's in the right hand. So the counting wise, just half notes and quarter notes. Hope that's not a problem. You're only counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Got a couple staccatos, and I would use a finger staccato there. It's just a light staccato going on from the first line to the second line, because you're playing the staccatos with 2nd finger, but then when you go on, the thumb's going to play that F to put you back. And then going from the 2nd major of the 2nd line to the 3rd major of the 2nd line, you got to reach down to the C. Try and connect them. Can you reach both of those? If you can't, then I suggest you put the 5th finger on the B flat, and that gives you more room to reach down. It's more important to connect these than it is to use the 4th finger on the B flat. So here at the 2nd line, if that's awkward, you can't do that, then go ahead and play the second line start it with second finger. You don't have to go back to the thumb. They did it because you did it on the first line. It's the same, right? But you don't have to. You can play the second line. You can start that with second finger. And then your fifth finger's on the B flat. And you can reach down there. So if you want to do that, just take a pencil and lightly put in a 2 above that 1 for second finger on that half note. That's fine. For the left hand, that's all supporting. And you're starting in this position, rest, rest, and then you got to come down. Of course, you get a rest to do it in, so that's okay. You come down here. No problem. Second line. It's all connected. You see all these slurs, all these phrases, and all this? Everything's connected pretty much except for the rest. And that's it. It says MP in the middle there, mezzo piano, for the dynamics, and that's the only dynamic given. So overall, it's kind of a gently soft, a sort of soft, but you can get a little louder and softer as you feel them. After you learn it, after you know the notes and the rhythms and you can play it, then you start feeling it. And then you can start increasing or decreasing the loudness a little bit and make it emotional, make it yours, make it feel something. Right now, we're just going to do the mechanical part of getting the notes and rhythms right. Now, there is an RIT there in the next to the last measure, the last line, the second line, the short for retardando, meaning slow down a little bit. So if you were playing it, the last line would be this. And you'd slow down there toward the end. And that. We don't slow down with a metronome, we keep going, but when you play it, you can slow down. Let's try this out slowly to check the notes and the rhythms. It says moderato. Think of people waltzing, a nice gentle waltz, not a real fast waltz, just a nice gentle waltz. And how fast would you go? So put your hands where they go, right hand here, left hand here, we're in F position. I'll give us 3 counts and we'll come in. 1, ready, go. 1. 2, 3, off.